Hi there, Rabbi. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
One of the things that inspired me to go into art, well, different kinds of art, was Star Wars and the art of Star Wars. Most people don't realize how much painting and illustration goes into a movie before it's begun. But I always wanted to do concept paintings for movies, and I tried many times, but I couldn't quite get the knack of it. Whereas on the other hand, it was very easy for me to make fun of people, and so I became cartoonist. But still, that little voice in the back of my head says, I got to try one more time. Is there something wrong with me?
Yes,
How does
there
that?
is. There is definitely something wrong with you, but we don't have enough time to discuss that. I'd like to focus on don't listen to that voice. You see, God created each one of us because we are part of the system. And if there wasn't a unique mission, we wouldn't have been created. You were created to be a cartoonist. And any attempt at using heavy oils or tempera or is that something you eat? I don't know. But given that, it's going to fail and you'll be unhappy because happiness lies in us accepting our destiny. I don't like to use the word fate because that's so negative and people think bad things about that. Fate, oh, no.
I'm sorry. So, are you saying that you should try to find what your true destiny is? Is this something? Don't listen to your teachers or your parents. You aren't meant to be a dentist. You should be something else.
Exactly. And just think about the people we know that are miserable and unhappy. And then somewhere along the line, if they were lucky, they realized that they had a purpose or meaning. And when they pursued it, things turned around immediately. And it's kind of a weird thing to say because we talk about fate and kismet and destiny and beshert and all these words, predetermination. And we get these bad feelings because we do have free will. And we do have free will. We can choose not to follow, not to do any of these things. We have to push back and go, I am happiest when I am most creative. I receive the most compliments. I do the best job when, look, I took organic chemistry and flunked 3 times because I wanted to be a doctor. And they finally wouldn't let me take it a fourth time. They said, 3 strikes, you're out. So I shifted majors and became a rabbi, became a therapist, ended up as an adjunct professor of medicine. Lots of things happened as soon as I stopped striving for that which I wasn't meant to be. And I think there's a lesson in that for all of us. And I think that we can sense it in ourselves. And we don't want to get caught up in any negativity about destiny or fate or I'm doomed. None of us are doomed for anything. It's possible we just haven't found out yet what our destiny is.
So, how do we know? Where is there a sign, a flaming tongue, a sword in the sky? Mene,
Yes,
mene, mene, you got there?
yes, there is. The problem being we're so busy we ignore the signs. The signs are a little more subtle. Sometimes they're not so subtle, but we're so busy with distractions and other things that we just don't pay attention. It requires being in the moment, stopping, looking at what we're doing, looking at how other people respond to us, looking at things we tried, things we didn't try, and we will know if we let ourselves know and get rid of the distractions or what I wish or want or what my parents would like. We have to put that aside and we have to be in the moment and feel it. And there is a sign. You will know. I've seen your work in heavy oil. I think that's a big mistake because your destiny, your fate, lies in being a cartoonist. And that's where you're the happiest.
Well, there's an expression we like to use in the art field called everybody's a critic, but we'll skip over that. But there's a line in a play called You Can't Take It With You that talks about duty and things that have to be done. And what if everybody just did what they wanted and nobody did the things that had to be done?
Things would get done because that's part of the system. Each one of us was created to be a part of the system. And so we would find that area where we're successful. And it's not always about being happy because we don't even know what that means. We're talking about shalom, we're talking about inner peace. And sometimes inner peace lies with working with our hands, with plumbing, electricity, with fixing things. Sometimes it lies in creativity. Sometimes it lies in healing and medicine. And all of these are areas where we need to stop and see where we fit into what the universe has in mind for us. And if you stop and look at people, that's true happiness. The most miserable people who are doing things because more money, because of parents, because of fame, because of being elected to office. If you look at their lives and look at them, very unhappy people because they miss the cues that would lead them to being who they are and why they were created.
And Bill Clinton should have been a saxophonist, but we won't go there. One thing I know for a fact, Rabbi, is that you should have been a rabbi, and thank goodness you are. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, as always, and I look forward to the next time.
In many ways along the way, Joe, I tried not to be a rabbi. And every time I followed those roads, it came back to being a rabbi. And you, Joe, are a cartoonist.